Hello, my Facebook tribe. Thank you for being here for my first Facebook Live today. I would like to start with an interesting story that happened today. I was really nervous before coming online in this video, being in front of people and talking and stuff like that. And what happened is I started seeing the Facebook Live that are coming from Halab, which is Aleppo. And I saw Lena Shami, and I saw many of the people who talked about um, how their Facebook Live might be the last one, and how might they lose their life now and not show up again. And all of a sudden, it hit me deeper inside of my heart, and I was like, okay, so I have the medium, I have Facebook Live. I can use that medium to convey how I can serve people, how can I share information that serve more people in the world. And I felt like, okay, I need to get over myself, I need to show up, and I need to use my freedom in a way that is conducive to the collective. And from there, I felt the inspiration today to show up and to talk about the wonders of our freedom as women, as men, as people in general. Um, I was yesterday working with this amazing woman, and she was struggling so much to find her own voice and her own freedom. And we differentiated between two main types of freedom. The freedom of the Puella, which is the younger woman inside of each woman, and the freedom of the wild woman, the woman who matured in herself as an adult and moving from there. And the conversation took us to a very, very interesting places and how people actually mix between the wild woman and the woundedness that we can hold as women as well. Wildness doesn't mean breaking hearts. Wildness doesn't mean you are moving without integrity or consideration of other people's. Wildness means a total honesty with the self, with the heart, and total alignment between the head, the heart, and the womb of a woman. The main differences between the Puella, or the teenager girl inside of all of us, and the adult woman is integration. So the right and the left brain actually starts to integrate and become and create a kind of freedom that is based on truth and on reality of the woman. The way we said it was the real freedom is evolution. You evolve all the time. You are cultivating something all the time. You're building something in your relationship to your own freedom. So you can be lost in it sometimes, and then you struggle with it. You don't know what to do with it. Then you start to embrace it and cultivate it and anchor it. And the other freedom of the Puella is a freedom that has no integrity, because actually the brain didn't start to integrate things between the left and the right hemisphere yet. And what happens is she just do things. She can destruct things unconsciously. She can hurt people's emotions. She can move forward without any human consideration to the things that are happening around of herself. And that's a stage that we women, and the relevant one in men is the Puer energy, we go through. The problem happens when we get stuck in that level of energy, the Puella and the Puer, and we live in that teenager all our lives because we are actually stuck in certain traumas in our hearts that we didn't work through yet. And I remember reading an interesting quote by Gabrielle Ruth, the woman who designed Five Rhythms, the dance. And she said, "Are you disciplined enough to be a free spirit?" And this quote hit me so deeply. And I would ask you the same question. Are you disciplined enough to be a free spirit? A free spirit is somebody who can manifest what they want in life because they have the patience, they have the discipline, they have the healthy habits in place that keep them anchored in their reality while accessing creative energy. And they are not overthrown by the creative energy, and they become not centered. They balance. There is a sense of balance that is going on inside of themselves. And thinking about what's happening in Aleppo right now is like, what are you doing with your freedom? Like, really, seriously, like, sit with yourself as a woman at the end of 2016 with all the ups and downs and the roller coaster of emotion that we went through in 2016, and ask yourself, what did I do with my freedom? Was I responsible? Did I serve more people? Did I honor more human beings? Did I support more human beings to feel more love for themselves? Did I challenge certain thoughts? Did I become more honest with myself and closer to my own truth and my own reality? All these questions can be really, really powerful in creating for yourself your new relationship with your freedom in the new year. And we're going to talk more when we go deeper with working with the energy of the explorer in the woman, and dealing with all the energies of the freedom and what is freedom really. Something that is coming to mind that is really important to mention today, with the unbearable human devastation and trauma that is happening right now in Halab, it's very important to remember the balance. The universe has a wisdom, and we are right now seeing a lot of destruction. It means there's always balance. There's creation somewhere else on this planet. And what we hope is we clear our channel and our psyche as much as we can to be a channel of that pure, beautiful, creative energy that we can bring and serve more people with it. So always remember that in times of devastation, in times of destruction, in times of seeing actually the dark side of humanity. And be a witness, and be a wise, integral witness within yourself to learn from that. I want to end today by reading you a passage, a small passage from a great book called I Sit Listening to the Wind. It's an excellent book going deeper in the woman's psyche and understanding more about our process and how things are unfolding inside of us. So I would ask you to close your eyes, to relax, and I'm just going to put on some music. I'm going to read you a passage, and then I'm going to take any questions out there. Okay. I sit listening to the wind, as woman has listened so long, in wonder at its energy and what it stirs within her, seeking to hold her ground and not to be blown away, sensing with an ancient sense the work that is hers to do, to develop herself and her gifts, as she engages with the masculine energy within her feminine psyche. The small yang circle of light within her soft yin darkness. For modern women, there follows a period of great possibility, of conscious work with her masculine energy, asking its help to focus on archetypal feminine values and to assist her in bringing those values to manifest form in her life. And in a woman's later years, the journey back to the feminine ground, her devotion in that realm, as she brings forth her truest voice. I hope you always find the courage, the power, the serenity, and the grace, and the fierceness to bring your voice to this world. The best act that you can do right now in our world, with all the destruction, with all the collapsing, is to show up. Own your gifts, own your strength, and we are here at Will Institute to support you in that process. Thank you so much for being with me today, and I will be looking forward having another encounter. And we are having a question here. What ways have you tried to discipline yourself to be a free spirit? Okay, Alexandra, that's an excellent question. For me, I have a certain ritual per day. So I wake up, I do Robin Sharma stuff. I love this guy. I woke up in the morning at 5 a.m. and I start my day with meditation and journaling, setting intention for my day. Throughout my day, I make sure that every couple of hours I have at least 5 to 10 minutes meditations or prayers. And before bed, I make sure that I'm either journaling about my day or reading a really valuable book to my heart. Self-care is really, really a big part of being a free spirit. Introspection and reflection is extremely important, so that I would know, like, what am I doing? Is it coming from my ego more? Is it coming from my soul more? So reflection is really important. And I show up in my therapist room every week. That's a big part of being disciplined as a free-spirited human being. And of course, dancing. I dance, 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 and dance. Yeah, let's see here. I think we are done with our questions today. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Take care.